So here is labwc wayland-compositor with integrated XFCE panels, and I want to show how to switch between a light theme and a dark theme. I have written a small script and I show the details then. You see we switched with a key binding to dark theme, and when I change the local time and switch again, here is the light theme, and again back, and the same occurs when I log out and log in. Go back, log out, and you will see now we get the light theme. And back to Berlin, log out, dark theme. This is amazing. So how can we do this? First, I show you a simple way to change your theme in Wayland and labwc. You use nwg-look, and here you can just click add whiter or add whiter dark, or also graybird, but I don't use graybird here. Apply, and now you see the panel is changed. But yeah, here now also the window is in light theme, but not the window title bar. So the cd.config labwc, here we have all the files. I just used the themerc.gz, which is under ls user share doc labwc, and here you see under this directory you have all the templates for labwc, and here is themerc. You unpack this with gzip -decompress themerc, and then I copied this to themerc default and themerc dark. So default is just the light theme, and dark is the dark theme I created by myself. And then I just create a link in the manual page of labwc. You can read that you can create a themerc-override, and this will override the theme settings for labwc. So I don't create it directly, this file. I created two files in light and dark, and so I use a link to switch between the themercs. And here you see in the moment the themerc dark is chosen. So if I, for example, ln-sf themerc default themerc override, and now I reload labwc, and you see nothing because again I do it again and I reconfigure manually. Now you see we changed only the window title because my reload is directly scripted to the automatic theme switch. So, but I want to show the first step, how I do it manually. So the first step is create two themercs and then set a link to which theme you want to link. But always log in and create automatically manually the link to the theme is very annoying. So I automated this with a script. But first I show you the themerc dark. Now is the alias for nano. So I just have set here this color code, and I do a search, for example, and you see the window active border is the border of the windows, the active and the inactive window. I changed the color, and the title, the window active title and the inactive title, I also changed this color code. And then also the menu item for the menu, the background, and then also for the overlay window switcher. So the OSD window switcher style also. So this is what I changed in the color. This is a color code for a dark theme. And now I refreshed and executed my autostart theme switch, and we get the dark theme. And you see also the menu is now in dark theme. So this was just an example how to set the color code, and then how I how I execute the automatic theme switch. I show you the key binding as well, rc.xml, and here I created a key binding for reloading labwc. I use Alt-Shift-R and also this is a mistake, Ctrl-A-R. I don't know why, but this is wrong. It should be Window Shift R. So, and this I linked to my config labwc autostart themeswitch.sh script, and this is what we see here. Make sure that it is executable. This you can do with change mod +X and then the script name. This is already the case. So, and now we can just open the script, and just here, this is the script. First I put in a small delay 0.4 to make sure that the XFCE4 panel is already started, and then here also a small delay before I reconfigure labwc at the end. So, and then we have basically at day choose the light theme, at night choose the dark theme. So, and basically this part is here the same. We just use the date command, put out the current hour, pipe it into grep, and Q is execute grep quiet. Because it's in a script, we don't need the output. We use only the exit code. Is this successful or is this not successful? So, and here I just use -E for multiple cases. So if the current hour begins with 0 and the second character is 7 to 9, or if this first character is 1 and the second is 0 to 7, so this means from 7 AM to 5 PM choose the light theme, and otherwise choose the dark theme. Yeah, this is important. So here we just set the link with ln to themerc default, and here we set the link to themerc dark, and this is the link named themerc-override. Then we use G settings to set the interface GTK theme, set this to Advaita on the daylight, and in the night Advaita dark. Then, to make really sure all is correctly read out, we use the set streamline editor, and we change on the GTK settings ini in the home folder. This is just one character because GTK3 and GTK4 should be grabbed. And there we just search for GTK theme name and change the line to GTK theme name at weiter. And here we change the line to GTK theme at weiter dark. And also we change the option GTK application prefer dark theme. And here we change the line to prefer dark theme 1. And here we do prefer dark theme 0. So that's it. And this is executed on my key binding which I showed before. And this is also executed in the autostart. This is the autostart like I showed in the other videos. Sway background, kanji, Marco, so background for the background wallpaper, kanji for the screen resolution, and then sway idle. And here I inserted my autostart theme switch. And here I have the XF settings D for reloading the XFCE for panel settings, and here we start the XFCE for panel. And we start a terminal also. So basically that's it, and this is how it works. And so always when I start labwc, it's executing the autostart theme switch, and depending on the hours I start, it's automatically choose the light theme or the dark theme, and this is absolute stunning. So that's it. And again, I could switch the time zone. Berlin is in the night in the moment, and switch to Los Angeles, and now we are back here with the light theme. Switch to Berlin back, and let's log out last time, and then you will see it's switching to dark theme, and you see a small time, a few milliseconds, you see the light theme and then switching to dark. So this is working fine. I love this. This is amazing. I did similar stuff with my Sway window manager, wayland-compositor, which I use per default on my host system when I don't use GNOME. But this is also a great possibility. I absolutely like it. For logout, I use wlogout. This is also a separate video on my channel. I have 4 or 5 videos about labwc, where I show the details, how to configure and how to set panels and how to use with XFCE or not. So look for it and stay tuned. And for the easy way, use nwg-look for set the theme in a normal way. And also important just to show is the panel preferences appearance. Make sure you don't enable dark mode here, because then it will never switch to the light mode. And this is also possibility when you just want to switch manually between light and dark. You can use this for the panels, and labwc you have to do it manually in the configuration. So that's it. Have fun.